everyone! It's Zundamon here. Do you know about conveyor belt sushi? I've heard that they have opened stores outside Japan recently. It's a system where sushi, a Japanese cuisine, is placed on a conveyor belt and delivered to the customer's table. In Japan, it's loved by many people as a type of fast food. Today, I'm going to introduce you to conveyor belt sushi. Let's go! First, let's talk about the origins of conveyor belt sushi. Yoshiaki Shiraishi, a standing sushi restaurant owner, came up with the idea of a conveyor belt dining table after observing a beer factory's conveyor belt during a tour. This led to the opening of Genroku Sushi, the world's first conveyor belt sushi restaurant. At that time, high-end sushi restaurants typically did not list prices on their menus, and prices were calculated based on the market rate. This was because sushi chefs would select the freshest and highest quality fish from the market each day, causing prices and supplies to vary. As a result, it was difficult to list fixed prices on the menu. Additionally, the sushi chefs decide what dishes to serve based on the condition and variety of the day's catch. Therefore, it is customary for customers to order omakase, leaving the choice up to the sushi chef. Omakase means, "I'll leave it up to you" in Japanese. This made it intimidating for customers because they wouldn't know the prices until they received the bill. As a result, many people were hesitant to enter sushi restaurants without price tags, fearing they might not have enough money to pay the bill. If you follow this practice, you can tell the sushi restaurant your budget and say omakase, and the chef will make choices to satisfy you within that budget. This system works wonderfully as long as you don't try to show off or get carried away. The anime Chibi Maruko-chan is set in the 1970s in Japan. In one episode, Maruko's grandfather, Tomozu, takes her out for sushi because he has received his pension. However, they end up spending more than they had budgeted for, so they have to return a toy they bought for Maruko before visiting the sushi restaurant. This amusingly depicts the economic situation of sushi dining at that time. Please be careful not to find yourself in a similar situation. On the other hand, Genroku Sushi displayed prices for each sushi item and offered affordable sushi, making it a popular choice for everyone. The franchise expanded to nearly 200 stores nationwide, spreading the concept of conveyor belt sushi across Japan. After the patent for conveyor belt sushi, owned by Genroku Sushi, expired in 1978, many companies entered the market, starting the second conveyor belt sushi boom. After the patent for conveyor belt sushi expired, the use of conveyors became free, leading to a second conveyor belt sushi boom. During this boom, new stores could aim for daily sales of 1 million yen, but the rumor that conveyor belt sushi is profitable led to a saturation of new entrants. To survive, companies began to differentiate themselves, with high-end conveyor belt sushi offering local fish and direct-from-source seafood, and family-oriented stores offering desserts and fried foods. However, increased competition led to cost pressures. In Japan's restaurant industry, a cost rate of 30% is typical. But for sushi, where freshness is critical, the cost rate is about 50%. As a result, many companies fail and only a few survived. Entering the 2000s, the conveyor belt sushi industry saw a resurgence with the rise of major chain stores that remain dominant today. These major chains address past cost issues by securing unique supply routes and aiming to increase table turnover rates. The symbol of increased efficiency is the sushi robot. These robots, designed specifically for making sushi, can form up to 3,600 rice balls per hour. Some robots can even make rolls and gunkan-maki, allowing operations to run smoothly without a chef. Major chains have succeeded by using these robots to mass-produce sushi quickly while maintaining quality, offering a wide variety of menu items at low prices to cater to families. With major chains adopting sushi robots, the cost of new entries increased, reducing the number of new companies and allowing large chains to expand. These large chains use their capital to introduce various systems and equipment. Next, I will introduce the advancements in conveyor belts and related systems. First is the conveyor belt itself. It's typically right-handed to make it easier to grab plates with your left hand while holding chopsticks in your right hand. Some unique systems even use water flow to transport the plates. As technology advanced, the Shinkansen lane was developed to deliver ordered sushi directly to customers. In the past, conveyor belts had many more sushi plates than they do now. The reason for fewer sushi plates on the belt today will be explained later. But having many plates on the belt served as advertising and made it convenient to grab and eat without ordering. You might wonder if sushi left on the belt for too long becomes a problem. Did the company leave sushi on the conveyor belt for too long? This equipment dispels such concerns. By attaching QR codes or IC tags to the bottom of the plates, it enables freshness management, allowing the system to automatically collect sushi that has been on the conveyor for more than a certain amount of time. Additionally, by reading the IC tags, sales analysis and billing can be done instantly and accurately. One major chain, Kura Sushi, covers its sushi with a protective lid for hygiene. Though it's sometimes hard to figure out how to open it, you just need to pinch near the bottom of the plate and lift it. What the presence of this cover indicates is that, at some point, conveyor belt sushi restaurants started to become increasingly concerned with the hygiene of the sushi on the conveyor. People began to feel reluctant to take sushi that was moving along the belt. In recent years, about 80% of conveyor belt sushi restaurants in Japan have stopped putting sushi on the belt unless ordered. This was before the coronavirus pandemic. This is due to food waste issues, as sushi that sits for too long becomes dry and less tasty. But a major factor is the presence of social media fools. One post could cause a company's stock price to plummet, as seen with famous chains like Sushiro, Kura Sushi, and Hama Sushi. In response, Sushiro has implemented a system where sushi is displayed on a screen and delivered directly to the table, preserving the identity of conveyor belt sushi. This is currently only in some stores, but it is expected to spread nationwide. This is the evolution of the conveyor belt to this day. Do you know what this is used for? This is a tea dispenser. Tea is self-service, so you put tea powder in a cup and press the button to dispense hot water. To prevent small children from accidentally getting burned, the button requires a strong press to release the water. There's a story on Japanese internet forums where someone asked how to use this, and a responder joked, "You wash your hands with it since you eat sushi with your hands. But don't do that. You'll definitely get burned." Finally, let's consider the future of conveyor belt sushi. From the earlier discussion, the initial appeal of conveyor belt sushi was its reasonable prices, novelty, and entertainment value, attracting many customers and generating profits. Increased competition led to higher cost rates, prompting companies to introduce equipment to reduce costs. Companies that targeted families by adding low-cost items like salad rolls and eggs to their menus found success. Additionally, by offering non-sushi items like ramen, fried foods, and desserts, they lowered overall costs and attracted more families. However, a turning point has arrived. With rising prices in Japan and a weaker yen, it's becoming harder to maintain the image of affordable conveyor belt sushi. To increase average customer spending, companies have started to raise the prices of main sushi items while keeping promotional items affordable. According to a survey by Maruha Nichiro in March 2023, the average spending at conveyor belt sushi was 1,920 yen for men, 1,460 yen for women, and 1,290 yen overall. I find this data consistent with my own experience. It's surprisingly not that cheap. For lunch, it feels expensive, but for dinner, it's understandable. Even so, it's still more reasonable than eating sushi at a counter. In the future, conveyor belt sushi will likely move towards a full order system, without the sushi actually rotating. However, there are challenges, such as establishing a system to handle large orders during peak times, primarily due to labor shortages. I believe that unique technological advancements will eventually solve this problem. That concludes our explanation of conveyor belt sushi. Some people might not like raw fish, but can you eat sushi? If so, what do you like? I would be happy if you could let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching until the end. I'll prepare more interesting content for you next time. Bye. Bye!